Hey everybody, what's up? Just wanted to say something real quick at the start here. Unfortunately, the first 5 episodes of this series, they're going to be a little awkward because before recording them, I had changed some stuff around in OBS and I didn't realize that the settings I had changed would mess up how I was recording things. It resulted in a lot of encoding overloads while I was recording, basically. What I ended up doing after I recorded all 5 episodes and realized it was I just uninstalled OBS and did a fresh install because I know that the way the settings were before, everything was fine. So yeah, after episode 5, everything should be back to normal, but before then, expect a few frame rate issues and a bit of video jumping around, but nothing too major. Anyways, onto the video proper. Hey everybody, what's up? Pikesnell68 here, and welcome to our Let's Play of Mass Effect 1 Legendary Edition. I know it doesn't say Legendary Edition here on this title screen, but just trust me, that's what it is. Anyways, for anyone who's not familiar with it, Mass Effect is a sci-fi RPG series. It's a space opera, akin to Star Wars and things like that, and it's probably responsible for my love of RPGs and stuff in general, even though, you know, when I first played a Mass Effect game, I didn't know what the fuck was going on or how to play it or anything. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started with one of my favorite franchises of all time. I feel like I say that a lot with these Let's Plays.
Welcome to Alliance Military Database. Classified information requested. Establishing secure connection. Secure connection confirmed.
Alright, so here we have the character creator, which, you know, that's typical of an RPG, especially one like Mass Effect. You can choose the default names for your character, as well as obviously your gender here, or you can enter new ID, which is where you can customize everything. We're going to do that, obviously. Custom allows you to fully customize everything, appearance, name, class, all of that. Quick Start will just automatically assign you the default appearance and other things. I debated on this for a long time as to whether I was going to be male or female, because normally I much prefer the female option in RPGs, and especially in Mass Effect, I prefer the female character as opposed to the male one. However, the male one has very slight differences that I prefer over the female option, so that's what we're going to be choosing. It won't be apparent immediately, it might not even be apparent for this game, but it will be apparent at some point why I picked male.
Please log in to access your profile.
Just gonna do my dead name, because that's what I'm familiar with.
Warning, data corruption detected. Please reconstruct profile. Confirm pre-service history.
Alright, so this is our pre-service history. We have the choice between Spacer, Colonist, and Earthborn. This is all just like how you grew up in your background. So, as you can see here, Spacer is your parents were in the military and you were always on ships and stations just out in space, and 18 you enlist in the military. If you were a colonist, you're on one of Earth's colonies, you get attacked by slavers and captured when you were, you know, a teenager, and the military ended up saving you where you enlist later. And Earthborn, you were on Earth, you're a street rat, and you ended up escaping crime when you joined the military at 18. Really, all this serves to affect is it's going to affect how characters talk about you, and it will determine your starting Paragon or Renegade score. Paragon, Renegade being your morality in this game. Paragon is for good, Renegade is for bad. It's, you know, that, really. We are going to pick Spacer, actually, because that's probably the one that I've played the least.
Confirm psychological profile.
Psychological profile, it actually directly affects your Paragon Renegade score, and it changes your dialogue for certain assignments. So each one of these will get unique dialogue and unique side quests that we'll be going over later. But long story short, Soul Survival, you're on mission with your team, bad things happened, everyone died around you, and you came out of it none the worse for wear. It's kind of the neutral option, as it will give you both Paragon and Renegade bonuses. War Hero is, you had to deal with an overwhelming enemy force, and you risked your life to defeat them against impossible odds. That'll give you a Paragon bonus. And Ruthless is exactly what it sounds like. You're a brutal, calculating asshole. It gives you the Renegade bonus as you expect. So we are going to pick... What do we want to pick? We're going to pick War Hero because, like Spacer, I'd say that's probably the one that I've picked the least out of all of these.
Military specialization.
So there's a bunch to go over with the classes here. And with that, I'm actually going to cut away. And while I cut away, that's where I'm going to do my, I'm going to pick my actual class. And I'm also going to customize my character. And we're going to jump straight into the first cutscene once I'm done going over the classes with all of you. That way it'll be kept a secret what I'm picking while you learn about everything. So see you guys then. Alright, let's go ahead and get this section started off with the Soldier class. Soldiers are masters of the battlefield, which results in them being a well-rounded class suitable for both beginners and transplants from first and third person shooters. They have access to all weapon types in the game, as well as advanced training in them. They are the only class to start with medium armor, which can be upgraded to heavy armor. As far as abilities go, immunity can help them soak up damage, while adrenaline burst can recharge all abilities so they can keep the storm of gunfire going. The marksman ability for pistols increases the fire rate, range, and accuracy of them. Carnage for shotguns unleashes a devastating fireball of shrapnel at close range, designed to kill or severely wound enemies. Assault rifles are unique to this class and come with the overkill ability, allowing for increased accuracy while reducing overheating. Assassination skill for snipers increases damage of the next shot, allowing for easy kills from long ranges. Combat armor allows for the unlock of heavy armor as stated, but also the shield boost ability, which recharges shields over a few seconds. First aid simply increases the amount of healing done. Assault training gives access to adrenaline burst to instantly reset the cooldown of all skills. Fitness gives you immunity, which increases damage protection. When combined with shield boost, it can help soldiers tank through fights very easily. As a side note, in the original versions of this game on the 7th generation consoles and stuff, each class was locked. They weren't locked. Any class could use any weapon. However, only certain classes would have training with certain weapons. If your class did not have training in a weapon, you would have huge debuffs to the weapon, such as accuracy, overheating, things like that. That is not a thing anymore in the legendary editions of this game, which is what I am playing. Any class can use any weapons without the debuffs, but you won't have any of the buffs because you don't have any training in it. Anyways, let's move on to the Engineer. Engineers are the technical specialists of the game, focusing on debuffing nearly every ability enemies have, while also turning their tech against them to create a battlefield that favors you and your squad. Debuffing can be done with skills like Overload to disrupt shields, while Damping will disable their use of abilities. At home when fighting synthetic enemies thanks to things like AI hacking to turn them into allies, but Neural Shock helps deal with any organics they run into, paralyzing and dealing toxic damage to the foe as well. Engineers can only equip light armor, but they do get shield boost from it to help mitigate damage. Outside of combat, the hacking skill makes it super easy to break into whatever locked boxes you may find around. Overall, the name of the game here is to stay back and surround yourself with squad mates capable of dispatching enemies while you whittle them down. Adepts will have a strict focus on biotic abilities, which results in them serving a more traditional mage role in combat. This has them fighting at long range and generally weakening or debuffing enemies, as opposed to outright killing them. Biotics amount to the equivalent of the Force, such as lift or throw, which, those are self-explanatory, or even more mystical abilities, such as locking enemies in stasis to be dealt with later, or even forming a black hole singularity to pull surrounding enemies in. Given their lack to upgrade anything higher than light armor or use weapons beside pistols, you definitely want to have squad mates who can cover your weaknesses in tech and combat. Mostly, you're going to be providing crowd control and supporting your squad with this class. Infiltrators are the long-range assassins of the Mass Effect series. Sporting a hybrid of tech and combat skills, they're capable of taking opponents down at range with a sniper rifle, or up close with a combination of pistols and tech skills. You're capable of wearing up to medium armor with this class, and a combination of both shield boost and immunity will help cover your defenses. Stay back, keep your enemies at a distance, cover your squad mates while sending them ahead of you, and you'll do just fine as an infiltrator. Sentinels are your biotic and tech hybrids, capable of manipulating the battlefield to completely cripple enemies. They're sadly lacking any weapon skills, meaning their focus on support is much heavier than other classes, but access to barrier and a huge shield boost from electronics allows them to be more towards the front line of the battle to take hits. Focus on combining your biotic and tech skills to deal heavy damage to the enemy. And finally, Vanguards are experts of close-range combat, preferring to be the first one in and first one out of combat encounters, with skills centered around that for excellent pushing. As a result, though, long-range combat is obviously at a disadvantage to them, and they benefit greatly from having allies pull enemies out of cover or disable them to make moving in closer easier. Not the most durable of classes, resulting in a more glass cannon playstyle than others. Use your skills like throw to get rid of immediate threats, warp to soften up your targets, and barrier to help survivability between cover. And between all that, spam the hell out of your shotgun. A good Vanguard can wipe the floor with any combat encounter they come up to.
Identification confirmed.
Okay, so we're actually jumping in back here instead of the actual thing because you can change the options here. Combat difficulty goes all the way up to Insanity. We're not going to do that. It's casual to Insanity, as you can see here. We're going to do Veteran. Auto level up, that can apply skill points automatically to either you or your squad. I'm going to do it squad only, because I feel like the, in-game computer is actually decent at assigning that stuff. And level scaling, so Classic is a 1 to 60 level range. So, 1 is the level you start off with, 60 is the level you're going to end at. Legendary is 1 to 30. You're going to get the same amount of talent points at the end of the day, regardless of which one you pick. It's just, Legendary, you're going to get more skill points early as opposed to Classic. I prefer Classic just because that's how it is. That's how it was in the original release of this game. Subtitles are subtitles. Squad power usage. Basically, your squad mates, they'll have unique talents and skills that they can use in battle, and you can determine whether you want them to use them automatically or not. I'm going to have it yes. And autosave is autosave.
Well, what about Shepard? He's a spacer, lived aboard starships most of his life.
Military service runs in the family. Both his parents were in the Navy.
He proved himself during the Blitz. Held off enemy forces on the ground until reinforcements arrived.
He's the only reason Elysium is still standing.
We can't question his courage.
Humanity needs a hero. And Shepard's the best we've got.
I'll make the call.
First Prime relay is in range. Initiating transmission sequence.
Commander?
We are connected. Calculating transit mass and destination. The relay is hot. Acquiring approach vector. All stations secure for transit. Board is green. Approach run has begun. Hitting the relay in 3, 2, 1.
Thrusters, check. Navigation, check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift, just under 1500K.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
Nihilus gave you a compliment. So you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead. So that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid. The Council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
So here's probably one of the things that the Mass Effect series is best known for, and that's the dialogue wheel. As you can see, the dialogue wheel is segmented into 6 segments here. Yeah, I know how to use the actual dialogue wheel game, I know. I'm going over it right now. You can get rid of the tutorial. So the right side of the wheel, that tends to advance or finish conversations. The left side will mainly just be used to probe for information. The 2 top options, those will be Paragon choices, assuming the left will finish the conversation as well, which it's rare that happens, but it does exist. The middle will be more neutral, and bottom is Renegade, as it's, as you probably expected. Choices will have consequences to them. Obvious ones are expected, but they can also affect how characters react to you, your rewards for completing missions, discounts in the shop, romances, and things of that sort. I agree.
They don't send Spectres on shakedown runs.
So there's more going on here than the captain's letting up.
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
I'm on my way.
Is it me or does the Captain always sound a little pissed off?
Only when he's talking to you, Joker.
Alright, now that that's all out of the way, yeah, the game's leading into our next thing. We can press start to review a bunch of things. Our journal, that just helps us keep track of our quests and all that. And our codex is a lot of information. Stuff in the secondary part of the codex, which is where it started us. This is all reading. There's a lot to go over here. I believe, I forget where it's at. Yeah, 2154 is when our character, Commander Shepard, is born, and the game itself takes place in 2183. So we're about 29 years old, if I'm correct, somewhere in that ballpark. And personal history summary, that's based on, the stuff that we went over in the create a character. Primary, all of this stuff is voiced, so I'm not going to actually hover over it right now. because I don't want to be talking over the actual narrator. But this will more or less be our end cards for the game. Equipment is... Yeah, I really shouldn't have gone in here yet because you can't do anything, but this is all the stuff you can equip. And squad is... This is where you can assign your points and all that. As you can see, I ended up going with just the default male look because it's really weird how you can customize characters in this game. I like the default look. There's some things that I would like to change about it, but the actual face morph and stuff is only available for the default. You can't just make the exact same face morph in the character creator and then adjust things like that. You have to have a custom morph, and it's really dumb. You can press right bumper here. Oh, well, doesn't work because we're not... Yeah, don't worry about pressing right bumper. Won't toggle helmet here. But you can see that we chose Sentinel as our class, and then we have Paragon and Renegade score. As you can see, a lot of this stuff are commands that I went over in the when I went over the classes. You're gonna have a unique class talent here that'll just make your class better, more or less. And then Charm and Intimidate are respective for Paragon and Renegade. They'll open up Charm and Intimidate options and conversations. Charm will decrease the cost of items in stores, whereas Intimidate will increase credits gained when selling items. So, yeah, that's all pretty neat. Anyways, now that we've done all that, let's finally get going. Can we talk to these two?
You probably don't want to keep the captain waiting, Commander.
Okay, so they don't have anything interesting to say here.
We're getting dragged right along with him.
Relax, Presley. You're gonna give yourself an ulcer.
Congratulations, Commander. Looks like we had a smooth run. You heading down to see the captain?
Sounds like you don't trust our Turian guest.
Sorry, Commander. Just having a chat with Adams down at engineering. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. But you have to admit, something's odd about this mission. The whole crew feels it.
You think the Alliance brass is holding out on us?
If all we're supposed to do is test out the stealth system, why is Captain Anderson in charge? And then there's Nihilus. Spectres are elite operatives, top covert agents. Why send a Spectre, a Turian Spectre, on a shakedown run? It doesn't add up.
So this is what I mean by the left side of the wheel being for probing information and stuff, is you have an actual investigate option here to get more information about things.
What do you know about the stealth systems?
I just know it masks our location from scans and sensors. Cutting-edge technology. The Normandy's the only ship with this prototype drive. But why are we fully staffed? A skeleton crew would be cheaper, less chance of security leaks too. Plus there's Nihilus. It's pretty obvious this shakedown run is just a cover.
For what?
Damned if I know, Commander. We're out here on false pretenses. I'm not a fan of being left in the dark.
Do you have a problem with the captain?
No, sir. But I can't figure out what he's doing here. Captain Anderson is one of the most decorated Special Forces officers in the service. If he melted down all his medals, he could make a life-size statue of himself. You don't send a soldier like that on a do-nothing mission. He's treating this shakedown run too seriously. Something big is going on.
You don't trust Nihilus?
I don't like Turians in general. It runs in my family. My grandfather fought in the First Contact War. Lost a lot of friends when the Turians hit us.
That was 30 years ago. You can't blame Nihilus for that.
No, I guess not. But it still makes me nervous to have a Spectre on board. Especially a Turian. We're an Alliance vessel, human military, but Nihilus doesn't answer to the captain like the rest of us. Spectres operate outside the normal chain of command. And they don't come along just to observe shakedown runs. Nihilus looks like he's expecting some heavy action. I don't like it.
I'll see if I can get some answers when I see him.
Good luck, Commander.
Alright, so we got some information out of Navigator Presley here, mainly regarding that humans in a race known as the Turians seem to have animosity towards each other over something known as the First Contact War.
It's not the kind of place Spectres visit. There's something Nihilus isn't telling us about this mission.
That's crazy.
captain's in charge here. He wouldn't take orders from a Spectre.
Not his choice, Doc. Spectres don't answer to anyone. They can do whatever they want. Kill anyone who gets in their way.
Oh, you watch too many spy vids, Jenkins.
What do you think, Commander? We won't be staying on Eden Prime too long, will we? I'm itching for some real action.
I sincerely hope you're kidding, Corporal. Your real action usually ends with me patching up crew members in the infirmary.
You need to calm down, Corporal. A good soldier stays cool, even under fire.
Sorry, Commander, but this waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission like this before, not one with a Spectre on board.
Just treat this like every other assignment you've had and everything will work out.
Easy for you to say. You proved yourself in the Blitz. Everybody knows what you can do. This is my big chance. I need to show the brass what I can do.
Oh, I was wanting to talk some more. Okay.
You're young, Corporal. You have a long career ahead of you. Don't do something stupid to mess it up.
Don't worry, sir. I'm not gonna screw this up.
Okay, cool. We can investigate now.
What can you tell me about Nihilus?
Turians are generally well respected by the other species. Their fleet has more patrols protecting Citadel space than any other. They don't always get on well with us, though. Some people find them too rigid. Others still blame them for the First Contact War. As for Nihilus, I haven't said more than 2 words to him. He usually only speaks to the captain.
I hope we get a chance to see him in action. I heard Nihilus took down an entire enemy platoon all by himself.
What do you know about the Spectres?
Only what I've heard. Spectre agents work directly for the Citadel Council. They usually work alone or in small groups. Spectres don't have any official power, though. Basically, they're a shadow organization with a mandate to preserve and protect galactic stability.
Protect it at any cost. Don't forget that part. Spectres operate above the law.
Why don't we have any of our own people in there?
Spectres usually come from the Council races, like the Turians. We've been trying to get a human accepted into their ranks for years now. So far, it hasn't happened.
Hey, Commander, you'd make a good Spectre. You're a war hero, right? Held off an entire enemy fleet during the Blitz single-handed? That's the kind of talent the Spectres are looking for.
This is all just wild speculation. The Spectres aren't interested in recruiting humans, no matter how capable.
You're from Eden Prime, aren't you, Jenkins? What's it like?
It's very peaceful, Commander. They've been real careful with development, so you don't have any city noise or pollution. My parents lived on the outskirts of the colony. At night, I used to climb this big hill and stare across the fields back at the lights from the main settlement. It was gorgeous. But when I got older, I realized it was a little too calm and quiet for me. That's why I joined the Alliance. Even Paradise gets boring after a while.
Any idea why Eden Prime was chosen as our destination?
Not really sure, Commander. Eden Prime's one of our most stable colonies. Good place to take the Normandy for a shakedown run, I guess. No real danger there. There's gotta be something else going on. We've got a Spectre on board. That's why I'm so wound up. I can't wait for the real mission to start.
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander.
Alright, met up with Corporal Jenkins and the ship's Dr. Chalk was here. Learned a bit about Spectres specifically, as well as Eden Prime. Let's finally head to where we were told to and talk with Nihilus.
Commander Shepard, I was hoping you'd get here first. It will give us a chance to talk.
The captain said he'd meet me here.
He's on his way. I'm interested in this world we're going to, Eden Prime. I've heard it's quite beautiful.
They say it's a paradise.
Yes, a paradise. Serene, tranquil, safe. Eden Prime has become something of a symbol for your people, hasn't it? Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it really?
Do you know something?
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
I think it's about time we told the commander what's really going on.
This mission is far more than a simple shakedown run.
I already figured that out.
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
There must be a reason you didn't tell me about this, sir.
This comes down from the top, Commander. Information strictly on a need-to-know basis. A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of beacon during an excavation. It was Prothean.
I thought the Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago.
Their legacy still remains. The mass relays, the Citadel, our ship drives. It's all based on Prothean technology.
This is big, Shepard. The last time humanity made a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring the beacon back to the Citadel for proper study.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
Why didn't we keep the beacon for ourselves?
You humans don't have the best reputation. Some species see you as selfish, too unpredictable, too independent, even dangerous.
Sharing that beacon will improve relations with the Council. Plus, we need their scientific expertise. They know more about the Protheans than we do.
The beacon's not the only reason I'm here, Shepard.
Nihilus wants to see you in action, Commander. He's here to evaluate you.
What's going on, Captain?
The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity wants a larger role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
You held off an enemy assault during the Blitz single-handed. You showed not only courage, but also incredible skill. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
Why would a Turian want a human in the Spectres?
Not all Turians resent humanity. Some of us see the potential of your species. We see what you have to offer to the rest of the galaxy, and to the Spectres. We are an elite group. It's rare to find an individual with the skills we seek. I don't care that you're human, Shepard. I only care that you can do the job.
I assume this is good for the Alliance.
Earth needs this, Shepard. We're counting on you.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first of several missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP. Nihilus will accompany you to observe the mission.
What do you know about the Protheans?
Just what they taught us in school. They were a technologically advanced species that ruled the galaxy 50,000 years ago. Then they vanished. Nobody really knows how or why, though I've heard plenty of theories. But everyone agrees, galactic civilization wouldn't exist without them.
Their citadel is the very heart of galactic society, and without their mass relays, interstellar travel would be impossible. We all owe the Protheans a great debt.
I'd like to know more about Eden Prime before we touch down.
It's a peaceful farming world, but it represents something much bigger. Eden Prime is one of our oldest and most successful colonies. It proved we were ready to face the challenges of settling new worlds, to forge a place for humanity beyond Earth. It symbolizes humanity's growth and evolution as a spacefaring species. And after this, it will be known as the world where humans made a discovery of galactic importance.
Why is this beacon so important?
All advanced galactic civilization is based on Prothean technology, even yours.
If we hadn't discovered those Prothean ruins buried on Mars, we'd still be stuck on Earth. That was just a small data cache. Who knows what we can learn from this beacon? What if it's a weapons archive? We can't let it fall into the wrong hands.
Like who?
The Attican Traverse isn't the most stable sector of Citadel space. There are plenty of raiders and criminal groups active in the region. They might figure a Prothean beacon is worth the risk of attacking an Alliance ship. Plus, Eden Prime is right on the border of the Terminus systems.
The Attican Traverse is under Citadel protection. If the Terminus systems attack, it's an act of war.
Technically, yes. But some of the species in the Terminus might be willing to start a war over this.
The last thing the Council wants is to get dragged into a major conflict with the Terminus systems. We have to keep this low-key.
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Bring it up on screen.
Get down!
We are under attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat, heavy casualties. We can't... Get evac! They came out of nowhere. We need...
everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all. Just goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.5. Status report.
17 minutes out, Captain. No other Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joker, fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
A small strike team can move quickly, without drawing attention. It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo hold. Tell Alenko and Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
Engaging stealth systems. Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
Your team's the muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Approaching drop point 1.
Nihilus, you're coming with us?
I move faster on my own.
Nihilus will scout out ahead. He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
We've got his back, Captain.
The mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck!
We are approaching drop point 2.
Alright. And here we are on Eden Prime proper.
This place got hit hard, Commander. Hostiles everywhere. Keep your guard up.
So it's funny. In the actual original version of this game, it dropped you about over here where I'm standing, so you could look off across, like, the distance over here. Anyways, if you press select, you'll draw your weapon, and, yeah, right trigger fires, left trigger aims. It's about what you'd expect from a shooter game like this. Anyways, I've been meaning to turn this on. I have my VTuber now. I actually meant to turn her on back during the Sly Cooper Let's Play. I just never got around to it. But yeah, I'm turning her on now. The most she's going to be blocking is the, let's see. Yeah, the radar. I will be turning her off for, like, more important scenes and stuff as well, though. Anyways, let us actually get going. If you press, yeah. If you press and hold right bumper, you pull up the talent menu, and you can select the different talents that everyone has, whereas left trigger, or left bumper I should say, lets you change the weapons, which, speaking of, I'm going to switch to assault rifle, because I much prefer the assault rifle over the pistol. Got some native creatures here on Eden Prime, gas bags, as Jenkins called them. Let us see what's over here. Have an upgrade kit that we can open, and it gives us armor and weapon upgrades. Which, speaking of, I should go ahead and actually apply some stuff here. Barrier is nice to have. And we'll put the other 2 points into our actual class for now. That all seems good to me. And let's head down the only other path we can go to, really. Oh yeah, it tells you you can use left bumper to do before you squad. But yeah, we got burned human corpses here for some reason. Definitely need to be alert because of that.
receives a proper service once the mission is complete. But I need you to stay focused.
Aye, aye, sir.
And unfortunately, we've already got a casualty on this mission with Jenkins. Definitely need to be careful as we move through this if they were able to take him out so quickly. That's kind of messed up that it tells you about the Metagel here. Yeah, Metagel is kind of your healing method in this game, and Omnigel is more for hacking and stuff. Which, I guess I see why they tell you about Metagel, because you can press Y because Kaidan's missing health.
I'm gonna check it out. I'll try to catch up with you at the dig site.
Alright, Nihilus seems to be doing his own thing, encountering more burned bodies as well. So you can use the D-pad to issue orders to your squad. Up will have them attack a specific target. Left and right, you can move specific squad mates, so left right now is mapped to Kaidan. If Jenkins was still alive, right would map to him. And then pressing back will just call Kaidan back to us. Yeah, and if you shoot the gas bags, they just go boom like that. I don't think I've ever seen this pathway over here before. Interesting. That tells you how much I've actually explored around this area before if I've never noticed that before. Alright, we got some robotic enemies to deal with here, as well as the girl that was visible in that recording that we got back on the Normandy. Things are called Geth Troopers, apparently.
Thanks for your help, Commander. I didn't think I was gonna make it. Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, sir?
Are you wounded, Williams?
A few scrapes and burns, nothing serious. The others weren't so lucky. Oh man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
Where's the rest of your squad?
We tried to double back to the beacon, but we walked into an ambush. I don't think any of the others... I think I'm the only one left.
This isn't your fault, Williams. You couldn't have done anything to save them.
Yes, sir. We held our position as long as we could, until the Geth overwhelmed us.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
They must have come for the beacon. The dig site is close, just over that rise. It might still be there.
We could use your help, Williams.
Aye, aye, sir. It's time for payback.
What else do you know about the Geth?
Just what I remember from history class back in school. They're synthetics, non-organic life forms with limited AI programming, created by the Quarians a few centuries ago. They were supposed to be a source of cheap labor, but ended up turning on the Quarians and drove them into exile. Well, after that, they just kind of disappeared behind the Perseus Veil. Nobody's really heard much from them since.
Tell me everything you know about the beacon.
They were doing some digging out here to extend the monorail and expand the colony. A few weeks ago, they unearthed some Prothean ruins, and the beacon. Suddenly, every scientific expert in the colony was interested. That's when they brought us in to secure the site. I don't know much about the beacon itself, but I heard one of the researchers say this could be the biggest scientific discovery of the century.
What happened to the researchers at the dig site?
I don't know. They set up camp near the beacon. The 232 was with them. Maybe their unit fared better than mine.
Describe what happened leading up to the attack.
We were sent out a couple of nights ago from the main colony to secure the area. Seemed like a routine patrol, until the Geth hit us. We never knew they were coming.
What happened to the researchers at the dig site?
I don't know.
Oh, we already heard
Set
that
up
bit.
camp near the beacon.
Have you seen a Turian Spectre around here?
There aren't any Turians on Eden Prime. None that I've ever met. Not sure I'd be able to tell if one was a Spectre anyway.
If you saw this guy, you'd know. Carries enough firepower to wipe out a whole platoon. Luckily, he's on our side.
Sorry. Like I said, no Turians.
Move out.
Alright, so we got another squad mate with Ashley Williams, so... Okay, yes, we can assign points to other squad mates, but I have it set up to be automatic. Let us... Getting first aid would be nice. Put the other one in Sentinel, and then do one in Charm for now. So, now that we have Ashley in our squad, up until this point, Kaidan actually had invincibility. He wouldn't have died up to this point if he had taken enough damage in the few fights we had. But now he is no longer invincible, and we need to keep an eye on our party's health now, instead of just, you know, running through. Or else they'll end up like Jenkins. Got some more weapon upgrades and stuff here. Speaking of equipment, I actually got some better armor for Shepard. We'll worry about equipping stuff at the end of the mission. Just felt like I should go over it. We can run over to this waypoint right here. We can enter cover. Which, yeah, this kind of makes it a bit of a cover-based shooter in some aspects, but you're not really going to use this in the game too much. I at least never find myself using cover in this game, outside of like this tutorial. It is helpful, but yeah. If we press X, we can throw a little disc grenade and press X to detonate it again. I get a trooper right over here. And while it's a bit too late for that tutorial, but we'll go over it in our next fight at least.
This is the dig site. The beacon was right here. It must have been moved.
By who? Our side or the Geth?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we check out the research camp.
It's really just staying on screen for the longest time, huh?
You think anyone got out of here alive?
If they were lucky. Maybe hiding up in the camp. It's just on the top of this ridge, up the ramps.
Change of plans, Shepard. There's a small spaceport up ahead. I want to check it out. I'll wait for you there.
And some more boxes that we can loot here. Let's head up this ridge for now.
Looks like they hit the camp hard.
It's a good place for an ambush. Keep your guard up. Oh God, you're still alive.
What did the Geth do to them?
We saw the Geth putting people on these spike-like things when we met Ashley up, and now we see some that were presumably put on earlier where they're turned into robotic-looking creatures, almost zombie in their nature, really, called husks. Got another upgrade kit right over here. Had light armor for Quarian, of all things, in it. Whatever a Quarian is. Yeah, we're gonna check this first shed first, Ashley. Now let's hack into this one. So... yeah, so the way the hacking minigame works in here is, well, I'll just show it. Fuck, I've messed up. Let's see what I can do here. I'm much Omni... Okay, I have 16. I believe I need 25. Was not expecting to have to do this. Oh, okay, so we can just do it again. Interesting. So yeah, you just need to repeat the buttons as they come up, is what you need to do. Like, as one flashes, you press it. So, let's see, X, B, X, X. Yeah, you just press them in time with it, more or less.
Humans, thank the Maker. Hurry, close the door before they come back.
Don't worry, we'll protect you.
Thank you. I think we'll be okay now. It looks like everyone's gone. You're Dr. Warren, the one in charge of the excavation. Do you know what happened to the beacon? It was moved to the spaceport this morning. Manuel and I stayed behind to help pack up the camp. When the attack came, the Marines held them off long enough for us to hide. They gave their lives to save us.
No one is saved. The age of humanity is ended. Soon, only ruin and corpses will remain.
What else can you tell me about the attack?
It all happened so fast. 1 second we were gathering up our equipment. The next we were hiding in the shed while the Geth swarmed over the camp.
Agents of the destroyers, bringers of darkness, heralds of our extinction.
We could hear the battle outside. Gunfire, screams. I thought it would never end. Then everything went quiet. We just sat there, too afraid to move, until you came along.
Did you notice a Turian in the area?
I saw him, the Prophet, leader of the enemy. He was here before the attack.
That's impossible. Nihilus was with us in the Normandy before the attack. He couldn't have been here.
I'm sorry. Manuel's still a bit unsettled. We haven't seen your Turian. We've been hiding in here since the attack.
Can you tell me anything about the beacon?
It's some type of data module from a galaxy-wide communications network. Remarkably well preserved. It could be the greatest scientific discovery of our lifetime. Miraculous new technologies, groundbreaking medical advances. Who knows what secrets are locked inside?
We have unearthed the heart of evil, awakened the beast, unleashed the darkness.
Manuel, please. This isn't the time.
What's wrong with your assistant?
Manuel has a brilliant mind, but he's always been a bit unstable. Genius and madness are two sides of the same coin.
Is it madness to see the future? To see the destruction rushing towards us? To understand there is no escape? No hope? No. I am not mad. I'm the only sane one left.
I gave him an extra dose of his meds after the attack.
So I'm not going to pick it here. Well, yeah, let's do it.
Say goodnight, Manuel.
You cannot silence the truth. My voice must be heard.
Oh my god! What did you do?
That might have been a little extreme, Commander.
You can't just go around whacking people in the head.
It was only a matter of time until he did something crazy and dangerous.
I suppose you're right. By the time he wakes up, the meds will have kicked in.
Williams, take us to the spaceport.
Good luck, Commander.
I only decided to do that because it's a pretty inconsequential thing to do. We got 9 Renegade points for it, Jesus, but, yeah, it doesn't really affect too much if you knock him out, all things considered.
Saren. Nihilus. This isn't your mission, Saren. What are you doing here?
The Council thought you could use some help on this one.
I wasn't expecting to find the Geth here. The situation's bad.
Don't worry. I've got it under control.
Well, it's probably bad. It goes up for quite a bit, if I'm correct. Yeah, they were real sure to animate that for you. But as you can see, there's a bunch of Geth down in the spaceport here. There we go. I was trying to figure out how to crouch. So, sniping is so much better in this version of the game because in the original, there was so much scope sway with the sniper rifle. It was like so hard to hit. You probably saw it in some of the footage that I used when going over the classes, but it was real bad in the original. Ooh, I am almost dead. Whereas now it's a steady scope like you would find in any other shooter, which is really, really nice. Okay. I want to go over here before we head down there first. And yeah, this is kind of the storm thing they were talking about. You do have a stamina meter for it though, so you can't just run around all willy-nilly the whole time. Thought it was going to be X 4 times.
Everybody stay calm out there. We're coming out. We're not armed.
Is it safe? Are they gone?
We took care of them.
Those things were crawling all around the shed. They would have found us for sure. We owe you our lives.
I still can't believe it. When we saw that ship, I thought it was all over.
It showed up right before the attack. Knew it was trouble the second I saw it, so we made a break for the sheds.
Tell me everything you remember about the attack.
The three of us were working the crops when that ship showed up. We just saw it and ran. I don't know what happened to the rest of the crew.
They were by the garage, over near the spaceport, right where that ship came down. No way they survived.
You don't know that. We survived. If they made it to the garage, they could have had a fighting chance.
Do you know anything about the Prothean beacon they dug up?
We're just farmers. We heard they found something out there, but it never really mattered to us. Not until now.
What else can you tell me about the ship you saw?
I was too busy running to get a clear look at it. I think it landed over near the spaceport.
Tell them about the noise, Cole. That awful noise.
It was emitting some kind of signal as it descended. It sounded like the shriek of the damned. Only it was coming from inside your own head.
It was probably trying to block communications.
Whatever it was, felt like it was tearing right through my skull. Almost made it impossible to think.
I have to go.
Hey, Cole, we're just a bunch of farmers. These guys are soldiers. Maybe we should give them the stuff.
Jeez, Blake, you gotta learn when to shut up.
You have something to tell me, Cole?
Some guys at the spaceport were running a small smuggling ring, nothing major. In exchange for a cut of the profits, we let them store packages in our sheds.
You're breaking the law, Cole.
We're not hurting anybody. Hell, most of the time I don't even know what's in the packages. Just thought there might be something we could use. I found a pistol. Figured it would come in handy if those things came back. But you'll probably get more use out of it than we will.
And here's the first instance in the game where having a certain charm and intimidate points helps, because you can select these two options right here where normally you can't. I don't have enough intimidate points to select the bottom one, for example, but I do have enough charm to select the top one.
We're risking our lives to save this colony. You sure there's nothing else in here that could help us out?
Yeah, there's one more thing. I was gonna sell it after this was over, but you probably deserve it more than I do.
Who's your contact at the spaceport, Cole? What's his name?
He's not a bad guy. I don't want to get him in trouble. Besides, I'm not a snitch.
And we don't have enough to figure this out, unfortunately.
Okay, forget about it. I've got more important things to worry about.
Good luck.
Got a new pistol and a combat sensor for a weapon upgrade. Ooh, let's hack this storage locker real quick. What else is Cole holding out from us? Got a shotgun and a sniper in there. Those are both always nice. Let's head down to this area proper. I'm just kind of spinning the camera around, see if there's anything I can find. Doesn't look like it.
Commander, it's Nihilus.
Something's moving over behind those crates.
Wait! Don't shoot! I'm one of you! I'm human!
What are you doing sneaking around back there?
I'm sorry, I was hiding from those creatures. My name's Powell. I saw what happened to that Turian. The other one shot him.
I need to know how Nihilus died.
The other one got here first. He was waiting when your friend showed up. He called him Saren. I think they knew each other. Your friend seemed to relax. He let his guard down. And Saren killed him. Shot him right in the back. I'm just lucky he didn't see me behind the crates.
Where'd Saren go after he killed Nihilus?
He jumped on the cargo train and headed over to the other platform. Probably going after the beacon. I knew that beacon was trouble. Everything's gone to hell since we found it. First that damn mothership showed up, then the attack. They killed everyone. Everyone. If I hadn't been behind the crates, I'd be dead too.
How come you're the only one who survived? Why didn't anyone else try to hide behind the crates?
They never had a chance. I was already behind the crates when the attack started.
Wait a minute. You were hiding behind the crates before the attack?
Sometimes I need a nap to get through my shift. I sneak off behind the crates to grab 40 winks where the supervisor can't find me.
You survived because you're lazy?
If you hadn't snuck off for that nap, you'd probably be dead just like all the others.
Yeah, I guess. I don't really want to think about it.
Tell me about the Geth attack.
It was quick. 1 minute the ship was descending, the next, those Geth were swarming over the platform. Thousands of them. They must have been inside that mothership. They shot anything that moved. It was a massacre.
Is there anything else you can tell me about the beacon?
They brought it here this morning. We loaded it up onto the train and shipped it to the other platform. Hard to believe that was only a few hours ago. Feels like a whole other life.
Tell me about this mothership you saw.
I've never seen anything like it before. It was huge. Landed over near that platform. The whole place got dark as it came down. And it was making this noise, this sound that bored right into your brain. That's what woke me up. The attack came a few minutes later.
We need to find that beacon before it's too late.
Take the cargo train. That's where the other Turian went. I can't stay here. I need to get away from all this.
All right. Oh, well, there's fighting going on. I knew this upgrade kit was over here. I just wanted to go for it first. Really? You're gonna put up a shield right in front of me, dude? It's not gonna help you, I can tell you that. Let's run down here and hop on this train real quick. Sniper's probably good here. So that's one thing that I hate about some of the abilities in this game is you can target like the ground with them. Which can be pretty annoying when you're trying to hit an enemy with them. You just gotta be mindful of where you're aiming the actual cursor, I guess. Where's there a Geth still, guys? Oh, wait. Hold on, I see it on the radar. It's like at the end of the platform. Nope, it's right there. Oh, shit. No, there's a lot more, actually, from the looks of it. Come on, poke your head out, dude. You're just wasting everyone's time. Whatever. Let me just do this. take him out with a shotgun real quick. Let me heal up when we have the time. Yeah, I don't play this game too tactically, exactly.
Set the charges. Destroy the entire colony. Leave no evidence that we were here.
Mainly just because trying to use commands on console is not fun. Wonder if I can plug in a keyboard and mouse to this game. Alright, we got a bunch of bombs that we need to defuse. You can't see it because of me, but we got 5 minutes to disable 4 charges. So let us get a move on and try and take them all out. And we also have Geth attacking us and trying to prevent us from doing it. As expected. Ooh, hey boys. Damn, Caden just like no-scoped that dude at point blank range and dropped him. Switch to a sniper. Definitely, because that's a rocket trooper. Don't want to get close to him. And again, it's nothing you can see because I'm blocking it, but there's actually an enemy jamming our radar right now. He's throwing that guy. Just slid off the platform onto the ramp. That was funny. There we go. Take them out with the grenade. And here's the guy that was jamming it. It's the sniper. Snipers always seem to have radar jammers equipped on them, which can be rather annoying at like all times. Okay, and we defused all of those with 3:12 still left on the clock. Not that the time matters, but... Got more Geth and Husks here, for that matter. Alright, with all of them taken out, let's check the area out, because I know there's a bunch of stuff to loot here first. Aha. Little technician kit hiding over here. Getting a whole bunch of stuff. We'll have to look at all this after this mission, of course. X, Y, X, X. Zeeks. I always try to make words out of those things. Considering like X, Y, A can all make certain sounds. You can try to make words out of. Backsies, one that I always see. B, A, X, Y. That was babe. I don't know, I'm stupid, but I always find it entertaining to do that stuff. Let us head over to the elephant in the room, though, with the beacon. Before you do that.
My God. It's like someone dropped a bomb.
That must be where the Geth ship landed.
Yeah, this is something that I didn't know existed in the game. It exists in the original version because I've seen it after this point, but yeah, it wasn't until Legendary Edition came out that I realized that I knew about this scene, and it's where I also saw a lot of people finding out about it. Anyways, let's check out the beacon.
Normandy, the beacon is secure.
This is amazing. Actual working Prothean technology. Unbelievable.
It wasn't doing anything like that when they dug it up. Something must have activated it.
Roger, Normandy. Standing by.
No, don't touch it! Too dangerous!
We identified the ship that touched down on Eden Prime, the Normandy, a human alliance vessel. It was under the command of Captain Anderson. They managed to save the colony.
And the beacon.
One of the humans may have used it.
This human must be eliminated.
This is a bit awkward to do after how I ended that video off, but for this end card, I just wanted to let everyone know I have a Patreon right now, patreon.com/PikeSale68. It's just another way to support me if anyone feels like they want to. You're not required to. If you do wish to support me, though, you'll get exclusive, behind the scenes pictures and announcements regarding my future projects and stuff. I already actually had stuff for this series posted there before I actually properly announced that it was Mass Effect. And you'll also be getting videos 24 hours in advance before they go up on YouTube. So if you're interested in supporting me, be sure to check that out. Bye.